Hello everyone, this is Strong Lead Hook and Grizzly, coming at you with something a little different. We've got Black Myth Wukong and Lords of the Fallen. Grizz, how you doing?
I'm good, everybody. I am in chapter 3, and I'm pretty far into it. This should be some of the end chapter material. It should be pretty fun.
You've probably seen the video that we released, and it was a bit of a rant about PoE2. You can consider this my formal announcement. Yeah, I just can't do it. They know, the devs know, the player base knows that the game is riddled with issues, and man, I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't support it. Like, you know, you want your player base to gas up the game, but and then you turn around and shit in their hands. You know, the player base asks you for things, and you just take a big old shit in their hands. That's not okay, man. Like, that is not cool. Like, definitely not okay in the slightest. You know, and the devs, they know what they're doing. They absolutely know that they're doing it. But yeah, Lords of the Fallen. So there, and that is so ironic how we've got one company, right, Hexworks and CI Games. Their game was released, Lords of the Fallen, and it was not received very well. As a matter of fact, it was received pretty poorly. They continue to work on this game and improve it to where now Lords of the Fallen can stand next to the other Souls games. Right? Is it the best Souls game now? No. But this game came out in 2023. It is now 2025, and they are re-releasing a practically a remaster of the game. You know, GGG has been around since PoE 1. They really sat around in their meeting and said, this is the kind of game we're gonna make. We are gonna punish the player. We gotta minimize the amount of fun, right? And we are gonna try to be the Dark Souls of ARPGs. And it is just not happening. It's not happening. But I don't want to continue to talk more about it. Just activity, and you know, I already did that rant in that other video, on top of which I'm playing Lords of the Fallen.
I didn't know they re-released Lords of the Fallen. When I played it, I thought it was a good game. There were a couple things I didn't like, but I enjoyed the game.
Yeah, it's like, I was kind of negative about Lords of the Fallen. I was only playing it because I had nothing else to play. And then I started playing it, and I was like, holy shit, this game is pretty good. Versus other games I've played that were a huge letdown. Not naming any names, but, you know. Not naming any names, but the games you expect to be really good turn out to be really shitty. And the games that you didn't expect to be good turn out to be really good.
It does happen. I played the original Lords of the Fallen, and I enjoyed that too. Another Buddha figure.
You would think that after being a game developer for a long time, you would know how to make fun games. But I guess that isn't the case.
I think that's what.
There. You go take a good hard look for me.
So many people do. They make these great games and then they go and they really mess with the formula, thinking they gotta change something. And oftentimes it's not for the best.
Sometimes I almost want to say it's just for the sake of making more money. But then you try to think about it. You try to think about, okay, how is this making you more money? So not only did you release a terrible game, but your business plan to make a profit is terrible too. So it's like, why did you do that? You made a shitty product and you didn't even do it for the money. You just did it just to do it. Lords of the Fallen is one of those games. It's not as challenging as the other Souls games, however, it is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It's not... It's hard but fair. The game has its difficulty, but the difficulty is built in the game, not in the mechanics of the game. Fundamentally, the game was gonna succeed, right? Because the issues with the game was in the periphery. At its fundamental core, the game was meant to be fun.
Looking for the Supreme?
I've seen one too many games, and it seems like their sole purpose is to frustrate they confuse challenge for frustration. So how do we make a challenging fun game? And the way they go about it, it just ends up being frustrating. What they end up coming up with, the mechanic that they introduce, is just highly demoralizing. You're not motivated to take on the challenge, it discourages you from playing. They improved on the mechanics of this game. It's been a while since I played it, but it feels really good. It feels really good. So far. I mean, it was already good before. I have no doubt that it will still be good.
No, nothing but bare bones. That yellow brow is surely cool. I'll give him that. A mute halfling like you will be a lamb to the slaughter.
So this is gonna be a scripted fight. I don't think I'm gonna try to fight him. It's good practice, but
It is possible to beat him.
I know, but you don't get one of the endings. Even though I've already got all the endings. I'm not interested in beating him. Damn it. Oh, I keep missing that. Anytime I've beaten this guy, I've always used like a poison build / perfect guard. I always perfect guarded his ass and parried him. For this playthrough, we're gonna go for the longest ending, I guess.
Turtle,
The hardest
enough with the
ending.
tears. The Snake General has passed on. The once mighty generals, now tortured and shattered. His teardrop holds great power. Take it as his thanks to you.
I was saying they did a great job with Lords of the Fallen. I really enjoyed the game. It's you're never going to get a perfect game, and for me, a perfect game is just a game I can really enjoy and play. Have fun.
Yeah, the game was excellent. I have no complaints. No complaints about it.
Oh, turn the mic on first. Sorry for a second, little ones. It should be
I
quiet.
got you. I actually do not know how to do that, but that's okay. I'm just gonna leave it. It's all good. It's no problem. I hope there's this item in the game that removes weight and stat requirements on an item. I was hoping they would change that and actually give us more than one. Took me a little bit to take me a little bit to get hot on the controls. See, that's what I like about this game. You can use both items at the same time. You can use two rings at the same time. I mean,
I'm here.
for me, I like to
I'll give you another
increase
hand.
my defenses. That's what I like to increase. As far as like offense is concerned, I'm not that concerned about it. I will be right back, everybody.
Same here as far as voice goes. All right, I think I'm back. Yeah.
For the audience out there, when you hear that sound, that is the sound of life. That is the sound of a miracle.
Oh yeah, that diaper was a miracle. She's good though. She lets you know what's up. She's like, this is what I need, and I'll stop crying. That works for me.
Pretty simple stuff. Nothing complicated. Yeah.
So far, I'm sure it's coming. See what that was.
This is probably one of the few
More
games
drink from my range.
that, one of the few Souls-likes where the ranged combat is really viable. Like you could really get through the whole game with bows and arrows if you wanted to.
Yeah, it does give you a different way to play, just to have fun in a different style of play. The Elden Ring, I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could make it through with a bow, but it wouldn't be fun. Like you could do most of the game, but when it comes to the bosses, you try to use a bow on the bosses, you're gonna have a hard time most of the time. I guess you already have a hard time most of the time.
Yeah, I've seen people do it with like a bow and arrow the whole time, but it's not fun. The biggest complaint when this game came out was the lock-on system.
Yep.
And then they changed up the lock-on. They changed it up to where it's better. But when I started playing the game, they had already made the changes.
Oh,
But I had gone back. I had gone back to the old lock-on system. I thought it was good for me, I guess.
no, the problem was you would lock on to an enemy and it would change to other enemies without you changing it. That was one of the biggest problems. And you could mess with the settings, but it just tended to make it worse. It didn't even help improve it.
No, I mean, by the
What?
yeah, they changed it. They changed the lock-on.
Yeah, I had
Where
heard
now
they did.
people are happy about it now.
Hey, that to me, that sounds like they actually listen to people. That's what should do.
Yeah. You think that was common sense?
I mean, if I'm trying to fight a boss and I can't lock onto the boss because the little enemies are around and it keeps taking the lock off the main guy, that's
Lighter. I come here where the path runs out. Your insolence will cost your life.
and I think the philosophy was to have it change targets to always be targeting the one closest to you, so you would be attacking the closest target. But it just sucked. Because now you're trying to defeat an enemy, you got the targeting system changing on you automatically, and that just, I'm glad they fixed it. So glad they fixed it. Sound like Got it. Let me see. Come here.
Oh, and by the way, we're playing on New Game Plus 3. I'm not starting over.
The chill. My hide may be thick, but it's no match for this bitter cold.
This is
So
one of
much for
those
the
games
journey, I
where
guess.
the New Game Plus is really fun.
Why you say that? Are you playing different?
Number one, the magic, the ranged combat, especially the magic, is really good. I think so. And
Wukong made
you
it
know,
to
some of that
Buddha's
stuff you
yes,
don't get
his gloomy
until you're
road never
towards the
left
end
him.
of the game.
He closed his ears to Buddha's teachings.
The move
Any
sets
decree
are the same
of the Jade
for
Emperor.
every weapon class.
Then one day, he dragged
Which
me along for a drink.
People
Set out
don't
for the
like. I like it.
Westland and
I like
worked our way
having the
across each of
same
four lands.
move
From
set,
Mount Lingshan to Mount
for,
Longxia,
like the same move set for every
by
weapon
Mount
class, but
Fuling
just different
and his
weapons.
Guaguo. That drink did
And
me
once
in
you get all
good.
the
When I
other
opened my
weapons, and you, of course, you can just mix and match.
They all said Wukong
I agree with
died
that to
and
some
Erlang
degree.
Shen is the one who murdered him.
Special attacks where I might vary on
Who
that
puts
as
an
far
end
as
to Wukong?
the same move set, but if it
He
weapon has a
must have
special
hidden
attack, I
somewhere
would
to
be
pull
one
a prank on me.
separation. Right
Later,
there.
an old monkey
Oh yeah, this game did not have
told me to
weapon
throw my
arts.
support
Only some
behind
weapons
a
had weapon arts,
destined
like a
one.
special move.
He said
Yeah,
the
I do
I
remember
realize
that.
a lot of
supposed to be the key
a lot
to
of
bringing Wukong
Souls-like
back.
games are like
You,
that. Even
the key.
uh,
You're no
Dark
match for even one
Souls,
strand
like
of his hair.
I think it was
I'm
Dark
wise
Souls
enough
3
not to
that
believe
you finally
Wukong
really
is
started
truly
seeing
dead.
weapon arts be consistent.
As for what that old monkey had to say,
I've got Dark Souls 2. I just haven't played it yet, which I am.
It's
I will.
by
I
my
will play it.
side.
people
Do
still
as
love
I
it, but it's
say.
the easiest of the three.
We'll get to the bottom of what he's cooking up. One way or
Some of the videos I've seen about it, people are saying it's the hardest. I don't know if
No,
that's
those
true. Is that true? Is it
no,
the easiest? Is it
the
the hardest?
easiest. It's the easiest by a long shot. It's not even close. It's it's still hard gimmicks about it, but it is the easiest. It's not like I don't know who these people are that are saying it's the
need a loyal friend.
I'm gonna have to give it a shot then.
yeah.
I did hear that the double wielding, dual wielding is really good.
Oh, I don't know about that. I would have to.
That's something that people liked a whole lot, was the dual wielding.
And it's still not by any means like an easy game. It's just out of the Souls games, it's the easiest because they went out of their. That's probably what people would say is you have to get out of your Souls comfort zone. You're going to play the games a different way because of the way it was designed. But they caught a lot of flack for that. So in Dark Souls 3, they went right back to what they knew, their bread and butter. And that's like one of the things I was telling you is that if it's not broke, don't fix it. If that's what makes you money,
Right, right.
like all these people want to be innovative and
People
do new things. Final Fantasy did that, right? Like they were at the height when they made Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. And then in 10 was really great too. But then Final Fantasy 12, 13, and honestly even 15, the others are MMOs. They really suffered from not being true RPG turn-based games where they were trying to get innovative. They didn't need to do that. The people liked what they liked.
I must owe him a debt. Otherwise he wouldn't haunt me even in death.
What
We two monkeys are identical.
I see memes about
Shame on
that
you.
all the time.
Can you think of
Like how the old ones used to be really good, and then with the newer it got, the shittier it got.
Yeah. It's just like, look, man, people
Did
people still like turn-based games.
what was the most recent one?
Oh, 15. Well, Final Fantasy 7 remake, but 15 is the most recent. No, 16. 16. I'm sorry.
They came out around the same time, right? The
The
7
Final Fantasy
remake
7
and
remake came out the same year as a 16, but Final Fantasy 16 had been being worked on for a long time. And I liked 16, but it was still gimmicky. It was a one-time playthrough good. Now, what they did with the Final
Yeah.
Fantasy 7 remake and are still doing, they as far as a action style turn-based RPG for as much as it can be, they've done a great job. So
the
I guess if you
people
get,
that the people that made Neo 2, they made a Souls-like Final Fantasy. Or I guess what passes for Souls-like with Team Ninja, the Ninja Gaiden,
oh yeah,
Ninja
Ninja
Gaiden
Gaiden.
people.
It's pretty. I enjoyed it. They got a new Ninja Gaiden coming out this year. Out of
Didn't they
nowhere.
just come out with one?
No, they just re-released the second one. The second 3D one.
Did they do anything different? Did they remake it?
I'm guessing they updated the graphics is all I think they did, but they actually, so there's a thing with the second one. The original second one was really great, but then they remastered the second one, and it was messed up. It was just like, you have to go look at it. So apparently this one they just re-released is like the original, and that's pretty
This monkey
great.
and I must have been bonded by some wicked karma. I must go. Plug your ears.
So they remastered it twice. Is that the case? Is that what happened?
I guess you could say that.
I've never played any of the Ninja Gaiden games.
Up and get back.
Oh, I mean, for a button masher action game, it's pretty great. It was.
Do you know when it's coming out?
It's August or October, if I remember right. It's coming out. But as far as I know, it's ready. They're just in the polishing stages.
I need a rest. That pavilion looks like a good place.
All right, everyone, we are gonna fight a boss.
Oi, kid!
She
You
should
look
not be
suspicious. What kind of Yao Guai are
problem.
you?
I'm looking at that Buddha over
Should
there.
not be.
See his belly button? It's so
Is the
big.
key word there.
Me and you, we look way smaller.
Buddha? Where is it?
You see no Buddha because you think no Buddha. No thought, no sight.
I, the sacred gourmand, saw enough Buddhas before you were born. Foolish brat. You didn't see that coming, did you?
True hearts find their path, and the Buddha is on that path. Why not worship around with true hearts, for Buddhas may light your path.
Worship my hoof. Visit temples, kneel to figures. Tell
What I
no black
really
from
liked
white.
about
That's
this
my
game
master. I am fed
Was
up
how
with
they
all
did
these
the
skin-deep
fire
rites.
builds, the internal builds.
No true heart, the path is sealed.
Mainly what I'm gonna
with
be working
true
towards,
heart, it's
because I've already
revealed.
upgraded everything else. So I'm gonna be working towards their fire build. I had to change it towards the end because there was just this one boss I couldn't beat. I couldn't get past him, so I had to respec, do a holy build, and I just stuck with it.
You're talking about Lords of the Fallen?
Yeah. But yeah, man, Neo 2 people, they came out with a Souls-like. Speaking of Neo 2, I gotta get back into that. And we're gonna watch the cutscenes.
Yeah, I'm a fan of cutscenes. If you don't like cutscenes, you better not watch none of my videos.
We can't afford any further delay.
No, this won't do. I can't help you before
We
you
don't
have
perfect
that in
guard
you.
your ass.
Right. I had to stall for a minute. I had to.
No, this
Good
won't
for the
do.
baby.
I can't help you before you have that in you.
You know, perfect guard that or something. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's go. Haha. They made the sword swings faster with this game. That's one of the reasons why I like this game so much. The reason why I got so hooked was when you hit your hits, your sword swings or whatever, it feels like it's got some weight to it. Actually feels like you're hitting somebody.
Blast it. We're meant to be doing some worshipping.
You know what I'm saying?
You see any Buddha?
Elden Ring didn't even have that feel where like you hit somebody and it feels like you actually hit them.
That definitely sounds like that. Yeah.
Ah, I get it now. For Buddhas, that boy said. Ah, there must be
I hope they
four
come out with a
Buddhas to worship.
DLC for this
Loony
game.
monk. Can't reason
I know they're coming out with a second one. I don't know if you heard about that. They're
Is it Neo?
no, Lords of Fallen.
Oh,
They're gonna do a second one.
well, you know, technically that is the second one. The first one came
I
out in like
guess it'd be the third
2010
one.
or 2011. I played it. I knew about this game. This was essentially
I
they
guess it
couldn't
would
decide if
be,
it was a remake of that game or a prequel. I don't know. I still don't know what it is.
Well, the lore would indicate that it's a sequel, but they're supposed to be like a reboot.
Yeah. Yep. You're right.
I guess it would be a little bit of both,
Just go through the motions.
because the lore is
Who knows if it's true or
is
not? That little monk was speaking
connected to the
riddles.
first one. Like there's characters from the first one in this one.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, that sounds right too.
There's other side quests in this game that I have not not completed, so I would like to do that.
Was it? Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
They are not stingy with the souls in this game to get you to level up. They are definitely not stingy about it. And they reward players for actually completing
Yeah,
a
and that does
challenge.
matter because
And you incur
even with Elden Ring, you get tired. Sometimes you're just like, can I just level up? And what to say? Like I have a cheat to level up now, and I'm okay with that. But spending hours and hours of grinding just to level up. Sometimes it's just like, man, I'm ready to get leveled up. All I'm doing is out here hitting the same enemy for runes.
over and over.
Yeah. And I do like farming, but at some point it's time to move on.
Back when we journeyed to the New West, our master took it from Mount Lingshan. He visited and kneeled to every figure
I
until
keep
Yellow
double of
Brow captured
everything,
him.
just in case I want to dual wield.
I'm not my master.
So I'm gonna rid some of this excess stuff I have here. Plus, it's not like we have a whole lot of time left, so. You know what? I can do this off stream. I'm not gonna do this right now. Let's continue. Okay, what do you... Vitality... Infernal, yep, let's do that. Since I'm gonna be doing a fire build. I do have to talk to this guy. Do have to talk to these guys before we walk out. I don't think we have to talk to this guy. You know what? I do think we have to.
What's that sound? That little mug's up to his tricks once more. Worship my hoof. Let's go back.
I was hoping that these guys would have a bigger part to play
do you
in
mean?
these games, but they really don't. Some of the NPCs in this game, I thought that they would have a bigger part to play, but they don't.
Yeah, one of the things Elden Ring really does great, not just Elden Ring, Dark Souls, they from software, they do a great job with their NPCs and their quests, and just whether they're short or long, they just really know how to do side quests. And I mean, you got to figure out the damn side quests. But
Chubby one, we've done the rites. Where's the path?
The path? Isn't it always there?
Okay, we gotta.
Don't you trick me, you bald,
Set the
pot-bellied brat. All I'm seeing are mountains, no path at all.
He sees wisely with faith. You are daft without it.
Cut your nonsense! Ah, you must be that trickster himself, fooling us all along. Take my rake.
Why so rude? I didn't force you to kneel. Throwing a tantrum at your age? Shame on you!
You brat! Save your stupid path. I'll borrow one myself. You go on first. I'll meet you at the summit.
I'm still on Neo 2 controls.
that's what happened when I started playing this. I could not stop mashing Elden Ring buttons. Like the attack button is the square and triangle, and Elden Ring is the R1, R2 button. From this, that's the sprint, so I keep on trying to sprint when I go to hit the damn enemy. Well, I'm pretty good now, but took a bad day.
There's one ending to this that I thought was very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Basically, there's 3 endings to this game. It's well, I'm not gonna spoil them for you guys. But it's pretty good. The story in this game was actually pretty good. You can tell they put some thought into it. I have to practice my parrying if I wanna fight the bosses or beat the bosses.
One monkey dead, and another shows up. The face of the destined one. It will fit me just as well.
Just so you guys know, the games I'm looking at to play is Blasphemous 3 and the Ender Lilies series. Can't remember if the Ender Lilies games, if they're I know they're 2D and they're Metroidvania type games. I just can't remember if they're actual Souls-likes. I just can't remember.
What's the name of something?
It's they're called it's the Ender series. They've come out with 2 games so far. The games that I just named are 2D. They're 2D. They're side scroll.
Oh, okay. That's super. I like some
Why am I
sensitive
glowing
games. I don't
blue?
do stuff.
I'm glowing blue. What is that? Alright, we got about a couple minutes left, everybody. And once again, thanks for listening to the rant. I don't know if I'm done ranting yet. I don't think I am. You're gonna hear more about it from me. And I'm actually gonna do just a video with, and it'll be just me getting some things off my chest. Basically just another rant about PoE 2. I try not to be negative about things. I really don't want to. I felt like I gave it a fair shot, and I don't see it. I just do not see where the success lies in the game. You know, maybe I'm alone in that, but I've heard a couple of other content creators say the same thing. It's like it's gonna be very hard for that game to come back to where it was. And all of that happened just from one patch upgrade. And if that's the climate and that's the culture with that company, it's gonna be hard to visualize how the game is gonna succeed. It's simply based on what you've seen so far. But it could just be me. I hope.
Later, folks. That got cut short. We'll keep it on for another 30 seconds. Strongly Hook got something happened with his internet. He'll probably be back. We'll see you next time, folks.